Hello and welcome back, my friends. We're still doing some plaguing, and I'm still struggling on one certain plague in particular. So, in this session, we're probably going to go through a lot of stuff, and I do mean a lot of stuff. We might do one of the special plagues, and we might try to beat the fungus plague on this video, hopefully. Simply got another patch today, and there's a lot. There's a lot that I pretty much got to share, and it's a channel update as well as things that have been happening on off the cuff, as you like to call it. Things that have been happening off the headset, that's what I should say. Things that have been happening off the headset as well as on the headset. Things that are possibly going to happen because, well, you know me, gotta stay busy. So we're going to work on the fungus. And as you see, this is what I have. I have ATP boost, Darwinist, Aerocyte, and ionized helix. Ionized helix gives you bonus DNA when devolving. And Translesion Plus is cost to de-evolve doesn't increase. Symptom stasis. Symptom costs don't increase, but easier to cure. Ability costs don't increase, but easy to cure. That's pathostasis. Transstasis is transmission costs don't increase, but easier to cure. And let me tell you, I've been working so very hard on trying to clear this thing. But the thing is, when actually getting it to work, it becomes a pain in the ass. When you really want it to work, and for some reason, I don't know. Although I've learned from 40, since he among the other people in the group have played this and beaten this, I'm the only person who hasn't beaten this. So we're going to put this on normal. And yes, this is the name of my plague, the Tchernenko. And we're going to start. Now, of course, I found that starting it off on the UK is a great place to start off because most of the good stuff that happens on the UK grabs the attention of the world. So the first thing I'm going to do is let the birds take it away. So, as well as most of you know, things have been pretty busy on my end. Pretty busy. And let me just say, boy, I'm exhausted. Most times I get like 5 hours of sleep, 7 hours, or maybe even if things really do happen the way they should. I'd get say maybe a few hours. But the one thing we want to do is we don't want coffee yet. It's something I learned that you don't want to get anything like coughing or something like that too early, because it'll give you the chance to it'll give it a chance to spread. That's the one thing I've learned about this play, is that you don't want it to spread so fast. You want it to take its time, and at the same time, it's a slow plague, which is the one thing that kind of kills you. It's a very slow plague, but my God, when it does its thing, oh dear Lord, watch out now. No nausea. No nausea. If anything, we don't want cysts. But then coughing I think would be kind of tame. But what we want to do now is follow the blood. And the birds. And the air. So like I said before, I've just been extremely busy outside of what I've been doing. Outside of my job, I've been part of some special projects, and one of them I'm just grown extremely tired of, because it takes too much. It really does take too much out of me. And usually, something like that, say, what I'm doing now, I would usually enjoy it, but with the way things are now, I can't really enjoy it. And it's a shame because, well, I like to be active, but not to the point in which it drains me. So, I like to keep it at that. Now, namely, from what I remember, I do not want the cyst, thank you. Me no want the cyst. Alright, take my chance with the coughing. I mean, for the most part, for what it's worth, the stuff that I do, I'm considering, you know, I want a little bit more of what I'm doing with my life, you know. And normally, you know, from the videos that I'm doing, mainly just, it's been borderline just absolutely crazy. I mean, it's just been, you know, busy on my end. Even when doing my videos, it's just been absolutely stunning. Too soon. Now, what can we go for? I think. Let's go for the blood. And let it go from there. I mean, I like the way things are turning out with my family. Because we're all getting along. And to me, that's more important than anything that I'm doing right now. You know, outside of work, to me, that's very important to me. Because you have to keep your family important. And the fact that, you know, we're getting help with mom and everything. The good thing is, from what I'm dealing with, with mom, you know, it's not bad. All I have to do is just make sure she gets her medicine and make sure she takes it. And not to mention the fact that that large thing that's on, that large scar that's, no rash please. We want no rash. I do that myself, thank you. The fact that the scar that she has from the convalescent home is healing up, that's a wonderful thing. Even the nurse, who normally does that, even she has to admit, you know, that we've been doing an excellent job taking care of that wound. And for those who don't know the backstory of that, the thing is that she was, she had like, a stroke last year. It's like, it was near the end of the year, around, say, borderline November to I'd say around February. And because she hadn't been taking good care of herself, well, she was taken into the convalescent home after surgery, and she had to rest there. Well, the thing is, she stayed there for so long that it kind of it really did affect her. 100% no cis, please. No cis. Not time yet. I think what we do want, though, is the following. But as I said, usually that's the case that, you know, you stay in a convalescent home for so long, you start to get affected by it. And that's what happened. She really started to get affected by it. And you know, we had to get her out of there. How she got that is because we had told the people there, the orderlies, to basically take care of her hair. They didn't. We told them not to braid it. So therefore, you know, they were pulling on it and everything else. And ever since then, it's just been, you know, they disobeyed our orders, and it's gone on from then. So she had to take she really did have to take no rash, please, no rash. For the most part, it's been crazy, you know. The waiting was pretty much the hardest difficulty. And since then, you know, we had to deal. We had to deal with the waiting. We had to deal with all the other stuff that happened, you know, that's happening. The game's not even touched yet. Oh, never mind. The game's touched. Anyway, I mean, that's what's been going on outside of... my world, outside of being a Let's Player. But like I said, I'm glad my family is back to where it should be. You know, we should be together, you know. It's like, regardless of me saying, you know, I don't want to, you know, I want to be away from my family. I love my family, but I need a break from them. It still stands. I do love my family, and I would like for you to stop giving me these things. I'm not ready for you yet. Until the whole world's infected, will I start dishing out some deliberate punishment. Proper punishment. But in any case, really? Even though I may live in the U.S., y'all gotta suffer for your beefery. You and Canada alike. So therefore, y'all getting rats. And y'all like the rats. The rats are your friends. We got too many of them in office. But anyway, no, really, that's what's been honestly going on. It's just been one new problem after another. But the good thing is, I do not want the rash. Thank you. Family. I love my family. Even though sometimes they might stay over a bit. My sister in particular. She usually stays over like for 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday. And she sometimes cooks. Between three of us, there's myself, there's my cousin, and there's my sister. My sister is very creative about meals, and she serves them early, which is good because they tend to go to sleep early. They tend to go to bed early. My folks tend to go to bed early. Like say around 7 o'clock. If not 7, then pretty much around 8, and they would be out for the entire night, or until they got to go use the restroom. Aside from that, no, that's too soon. Go back. I'm already an insomniac. I'm an artist. It's what I do. You know, when you're a freaking insomniac, that's all you are. It's like I can't sleep. I don't think it's a cough either. It's just like I can't really sleep. I'm a night owl. I got it from my mom. Or rather, I got it from my grandmother because my grandmother, God rest her. Oh. She is like the biggest night owl there is. My grandfather, too. They were both night owls. So, my mom, of course, she was a night owl. Because of you know what I'm doing in my life, which is making videos and working on novels, that goes with territory. I'm going to end up working after hours. If not on videos, then on, say, something like novels. Usually, I'd like to say I enjoy it. I enjoy this lifestyle that I have now. I will say this, I do enjoy my lifestyle that I have now. Because, honestly, the way I see it, to really make it in this world, you have to have talent. We're not gonna have sis. I'm sorry. We're not gonna have that. Go away. We want the world to be totally and utterly infected. But for the most part, yeah, to make it in this world, you have to have talent. And it is talent that can take you far. It's not just the fact that you have to study, but it's the way you handle your talent, your natural talent, your natural ability to do something. Like, say, you're an artist. You have to constantly become better at your craft. Namely, I like to become better at my craft. And for the most part, it's a good thing to be better at your craft. I mean, video game is a form of artwork, and doing Let's Plays is a form of, is part of that artwork. Because mainly, the stuff you technically have to come up with, like, I know everything I do is off the cuff, really. And mainly it's like, most people think, oh, well, this is that, and that is this, and everything. But the thing about me is that I don't sugarcoat things. I'm blunt, and I tell it like it is. It's like, I'll give an example. The other night, I was listening to Big Squawk about what's been going on and everything. I had nothing to say about certain things. I have nothing to say about MMOs because sometimes, if I have the time, I can tolerate dealing with an MMO. I'll say it like that. I can tolerate an MMO. And let me just do this. Just in case. It's a beautiful thing when you save it and it's like 100% infected. The world is totally infected. It's a beautiful thing. Well, not entirely infected. And we don't want nausea either. We don't want none of that stuff yet. And I would have to say this is like, you have something that falls on the radar. I think video games like this, it's kind of like that, you play something that's totally on the radar. And I find that really, really interesting because the quote-unquote underrated games, there are plenty of games out there that I feel should have that exposure. But, there's so many to choose from. But as I stated before, I'm a very blunt person. like I told my friend Big in his blog, I didn't tell him that I about MMOs, but I can pretty much say I can tolerate any MMO. I don't mind MMOs, just as long as we have the time for them. I mean, that's the thing. As long as we have the time for it, it's fine. I'm not worried about that, you know, because if we had all that time for one MMO, we can have time for everything else. I mean, we usually do it on Saturdays anyway, so that's usually the case. We usually have that going on Saturdays. But for the most part, it's not really a bad thing, no. It's practically a good thing because on Saturdays, it's usually like a crapshoot. It's random, you know. I mean, for me, I feel that on Saturdays, it feels random. And honestly, that's what it really feels like. It's just totally random on Saturday. Sometimes we have a good night, sometimes we have a crappy night. And another thing that I remember Big mentioning was he wished he had more views. I think we all wish we had more views with our videos. I wish, you know, more people came to my channel and, you know, supported me, but, you know, I can't just say, please, I'm begging you, come to my channel. No, I can't do that. It's like you gotta have some sort of air about you. You can't just, you know, get on your knees and beg for people to watch your stuff. It happens. It's a timely process. But I also feel that I don't want no rash. Not quite yet. I also feel, in the interest of fairness, that it's best to be yourself. You know, don't change who you are. I mean, everybody want to be somebody that, you know, they feel, oh, well, he's popular because of the views and everything. I said, yeah, I said, this person is popular, and guess where he's ended up? And yes, I'm talking about Markiplier. Everybody wants to be either Markiplier, Tobiscus, PewDiePie, or something else instead of being themselves. It's like you gotta play every game that everybody else is playing. Or if not that, then, you know, you technically got to be a clone in order to make it in order to make it in this world. And I say, no, you don't have to be a clone in order to make it in this world. Oh, hey, how's it going? And I'm actually surprised. Oh shit, the Caribbean. Oh shit. Well, okay, the Caribbean just got fucked. Anyway, well, Korean just got fucked, and I don't think there's anything left of this world. So I'm just going to plainly just let it ride until I build up enough points, so I can just basically kill the world of itself and just put it into total organ failure. But really, no. I'm being, in all seriousness, you have to be yourself. Cause you know you want to be. Well, I want to be like such a. No, don't be like somebody else. It's like you do the same games as this one person, and you're gonna do the same game as another person. It's like I watch Let's Plays myself. And for the most part, well, it's a good thing that I watch certain Let's Plays because, to me, in my perspective, there are certain games I don't mind doing, and then there are games that I do not want to do. Usually, I'm very cautious about what I want to put on my channel. It's like, I don't mind getting requests or suggestions, but if it's something like, say, like straight up an FPS, and something like, say, Halo or something like that, I'm gonna turn it down. And not just because, oh, you don't like first-person shooters. I don't mind first-person shooters. It's just, that's not my focus on my channel. The focus on my channel is showing games that aren't so popular. And trust me, games like Front Mission Gun Hazard, I'm pretty sure nobody has ever heard of Gun Hazard. And, you know, like I said, I finished that game in under record time. I mean, before March is up. So, it's kind of a good thing that I did finish that game. Now, as for the other game that I'm still working on, Feta, the Emblem of Justice, I'm sort of taking a short break off of Feta and quite possibly a short break of, say, Dynasty Warriors 8. Not because I'm not still playing it. I am still playing it. I made parts. It's just the way things been in my life has just been so hectic. I just really need a breather. I really do need a breather of, you know, but guys, nobody wants insomnia yet. Be patient. Nobody wants insomnia. I don't want insomnia. I'm already an insomniac. Anyway, like I said, for the most part, my thing is games that are being played under the radar, games that people don't know about, and for those who know how I got that, it's strictly through my mom. If I have told the story before, I'm sorry, but for those who are new to my channel, I have to share this. For you see, when I was younger, I mean when I was much younger, my mom, she used to go to New York with the choir, because she was part of the choir. And of course, knowing her, she found, you know, little stores like a Nintendo shop, and she usually buys something small for me, you know, some kind of something like a game for me. So she does so a few times during her trips, and she gave me games that just weren't as popular, but I enjoy them nonetheless because she thought about me. And to me, that's something, you know. She really thought about me, and I really didn't mind that. You know, she just basically just went, you know, she said, here, this is for you, you could have this. So I've gotten games like King's Knight, Yoshi's Cookie, those are like the only few I can remember. Tetris Attack. Well, that was up until they kind of stopped doing that. why, I have no clue, but that's when they just stopped doing that. So, just because of that, and the fact that she also taught me how to play video games to begin with, she was the first person who ever beat me in a video game because I was young and inexperienced. But it's also good because, well, it's also good because I can basically say that I'm glad that I'm a Let's Player because of her. I'm actually glad that, you know, I do the games that aren't so popular because she's the one who started me on that. And that's the reason why I do underrated games. That are most times good, sometimes terrible, and often those in between. Whether it's modern day or it's back in the day, that's what I'm about. So that's another reason why I like to do what I do. I like to be who I am. I like to stay who I am because I don't think the world can handle it if I become somebody else. Especially my world. I don't think anybody could handle the fact that I could be somebody else. Like, oh, well, why do you want to be like this? I don't know. Maybe because I want to be popular too. Because all the cool kids doing it. So therefore, there's a reason why I just basically say, you know, you're going to worry about views. And like, you know, views come and go. And going back to what I was saying before, views are hard to come by. It's just like with getting subs. You may lose a few and you may gain a few. But those who give you like some feedback, the kind of feedback whether you don't say anything and you just basically hit the like button, that means you're doing something right. I mean, it's a market, you know. We live in a world in which we're doing videos like these. We don't have to show our face. Sometimes I do, but more often you don't see my face. You only hear the voice. And let me tell you, when you offer a service like free entertainment, you know, that's something that's good. That's like the greatest boon to all mankind, giving free entertainment. Whether your video is like 5 minutes long or maybe an hour long, you know what I mean? My stuff is like maybe 30, 40, 50 odd minutes long. And I didn't make another save. Good. Because I wanted to stay like that. That way I could have more points. If I fuck up, I can easily reload this save and bam. But as I said before, you know, you should be thankful that you are getting some kind of feedback about, you know, what you really want. It's like I'm damn near at the 700 sub mark myself. And I'd say, you know, it's a blessing that I'm doing this. That I take my time out to do something like this. To share with the world my thoughts and views on what I honestly feel about certain topics. Because somebody out of that large percentage of people, there's at least one or two, maybe three, maybe four. I'm going to count it up to probably at least 5 people that might give me a thumbs up, drop me a comment, and or otherwise, and they just, you know, say great job, you know, I totally agree with you, etc., etc., etc. And, you know, continue to do what you're doing. And that's usually the thing with me, you know. I appreciate comments like that. The smallest comments which say, you know, blah 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 this, blah 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 that. But hey man, I've been enjoying what you've been posting. Please keep up the good work. So that's why I say to Big. I say, you know, personally, man, you're doing such a fine job on your channel. Despite all your challenges that you are going through, don't give up. Just don't give up. Don't give up on your sister. Don't give up on your channel. Just don't give up on anything that you have right now. Just don't give up. Things might be hard, but I can tell you, you could be in a lot worse shape than you are right now. So you just have to endure it. You just have to fight through it, you know. You can whine about it. You can say it hurts. We understand. I mean, there's you got people. You got friends, you know. You got family, extended family, but family nonetheless. You got people that support you. So really, dude, just don't give up on. Just don't give up on anything. Because what you're doing is what I'm doing. The same thing as you. And I think I broke the news feed. See, if I wanted to do this, let me see. It's a good thing I am doing this right now. Which is this way, this way, this way, and let's just totally kill it right now. No healthy people left in the world. Just kill them already. Doesn't matter. They're all going to die eventually. I will slow this down. Watch the numbers drop, oh, so very slowly, one chunk at a time. And one gets the breakdown. And I do believe that will be a game. Yes, I do believe this is game. This is game, alright. But I think I should mention that coming up on my channel is April. And usually in April I do something totally and utterly random. And the fact that You sons of bitches can't do a goddamn thing. Well, no, you know what? Just let them all suffer. Really, 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 really hard. And just be a dick about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just to play with him. Watch them all die very slowly. And as you see, as this video is about done, I have finally done it. I finally pulled it off. Let it drop a little more slowly, thank you. With this, ladies and gentlemen, I finally did it. I finally did it. I have achieved victory. By completely and utterly blowing the entire rest of the world up through the fungus virus. That don't matter now. You're all dead anyway. Let them numbers just drop really, 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 really fast. Nothing you can do. Just sit there and suffer. Give me some extra points. Thank you. But I think that'll be it for this session. Like I said, April, I'm going to pick things up. I'm probably going to work on Theta again, and among other games that I do plan on working on, and they'll be through April to June, because July I plan to take a break, and with that, you know, I won't pick things up until, say, August or September. Speed this up. This pretty much going to please for you because, you know, he's been playing this game too. So I'm like, there you go. So with that, numbers are dropping. Tchernenko to destroy humanity. It already did. Oh, it already did. So I have acclaimed global victory. And the world is no more than a shallow husk of its former self. So I really hope you enjoyed this video and channel update of things that come and a glog of sorts. Because I sure as hell finally got my fungus victory, damn it. I don't care. I have done it, and I'm glad I did it finally. So let's put this on 3. See how stupidly fast it actually happened. 5,229 days. About motherfucking time. I kid you not. It's like about time that happened. I finally got through the fungus. So that probably means I get the neural worm. The Neurex worm. Yeah, I think I toyed with this thing long enough. So I get the cytochrome surge gene type and the Neurax worm. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So you know what? Let's play with the let's play with the scenarios for a while. Let's just do like a custom. Show off a custom one since I feel pretty good, and you know, I'm pretty sure there's new stuff being added. But I think what I'm going to do is, since I've completed this whole thing, and I'm really hoping that the mic picked up on everything I just said. Yeah, everything that's up to this point, pretty much my personal life outside of helping and everything else. That's all I had to share with you guys. So, in the next video, I am going to share my channel updates and what they will entail and everything else. So, I will see you next time for more Plague Inc. Evolved goodness. So until then, I hope you enjoyed this vlog of many sorts. And I shall see you next time for another episode of Plague Inc. Evolved.